Recently, I claimed the world record for longest solo train ride.
18 minutes, let's go, baby!
While this was an amazing feat, if I do say so myself, it was a little too easy in pubs. So to Lynx's dismay, I decided to try it in ranked. My objective was simple: land on the train, defend the train, and stay on the train for as long as possible. I made several attempts, and even though I was hitting some pretty nice shots, I was also getting eliminated a lot earlier than I wanted. Maybe the diamond ranked lobbies were too difficult to complete this challenge.
No!
I was about to go back to pubs, but decided to play one last game. And this is what happened. I landed on the train and started the timer. I grabbed the loot and hacked the train chest. I heard a player gliding in. Surely they weren't thinking of landing on the train, right? They did, and I quickly reminded them that the maximum number of passengers allowed on this train was 1. Seconds later, another player pulled up on a dirt bike. This time it took a little bit more convincing, but we both agreed that it was best for them to go back to the lobby. The train chest popped, giving me some much needed heals. Ideally, I would be hoarding as many medkits as I could for the endgame storm, but my HP was too low. I was forced to use the only precious medkit I had. I was not optimistic about my chances in this challenge. A couple minutes later, I pulled into Reckless Railways and the chest reset. I was forced to delay hacking it though, because I saw footsteps. It was still early game and multiple players were sneaking around Reckless. One of them snuck onto the train, but I popped them with a few shots and they left. I wanted to make sure they weren't going to follow me though, so I kept shooting, and as I turned, I took a sniper bullet in the back. I was finally able to hack the chest, but now I was in a really bad situation. I had no medkits and only one mini. Luckily, I survived the next minute without any engagements. I replenished my shield, but I had to decide if I should save the medkit or risk another fight with only half health. Before I had a chance to agonize over the decision, the train chest miraculously reset again. Normally it only resets at Reckless and the train station near Ritzy. This had to be a good omen. Epic Games was bestowing success upon me after all. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to celebrate my good fortune because almost immediately another player boarded my train. They were quickly dispatched by someone that I can only assume was chasing them. The hunter was not expecting to see me lying in wait, and I served up some karma when they went in for the loot. What? This player brought me 3 more medkits. All this time worrying about not having enough heals was for nothing. Unless something crazy happened, this could be my best run yet. Those gifted medkits could not have come at a better time. The train chest popped again and I would be at full shield. All I needed to do was grab my medkits back and Wait, my medkits! No! How did I drop my medkits? I tried chasing the 2 rogue medkits, but it was too late. How could I let this happen? There was nothing I could do but use the medkits I had and hope they would be enough to get me back to Reckless for another chest reset. And if I was really lucky, I might even make it back into the safe zone. But I couldn't help but wonder, what if I had those 2 medkits? I survived the trip to Reckless and immediately hacked the chest. A minute later, it popped, bringing my medkit total back up to 2. I rushed to the front of the train as I entered the safe zone a few moments later. I announced my presence by taking some very ill-advised shots at someone camping next to a tree. My shots missed, but I know I scared them. I'm guessing they were also very confused to watch me disappear back into the storm as quickly as I had arrived. I popped my last medkits. I had no way to prevent the inevitable. As I was choosing the best emote to commemorate this challenge, I was warned of the impending storm sickness. Before I could be inflicted though, I was eliminated by the storm. I finished my world record ranked ride at 17 minutes, 54 seconds, finished 8th place, and traveled 11 kilometers. Oh, and I ranked up to Diamond 3. All in all, I would consider this a pretty successful run. If only I would have had those 2 extra medkits! Subscribe.